Good morning. I am here on the southern end of Bainbridge Island today, and I am doing some writing and some photography. And the first place I am is called Fort Blakely Mill. It looks like an abandoned building. I'm not quite sure, haven't seen it yet, so let's go check it out. This place definitely looks like somewhere kids come to party. However, there is something beautiful about abandoned industrial buildings, including this mill. It's covered in graffiti, but it's surrounded by this nature, water. So let's have a look around. Let's see what we can get. Okay, so this shot I'm going to get is actually one you just saw, and it's of that doorway. It looks like a loading bay or something. So I'm going to try to get a shot of that. All right, I'll do one color, one black and white. Why not? So I'm going to do a few shots here. So I'm going to do a standard shot, and then I'm also going to do a long exposure just to get that water a little more flattened out. It's quite flat already, but I'd like to try to get it as smooth as possible. And then I'll get some closer up shots as well, especially with the long exposure. So let's see how that's going to turn out. Alright, just got back to the bike. We're going to continue riding along the west coast of the island, and as far as I'm aware there should be an anti-ship battery over there. Maybe a bit of a hike, so I may have to get ready for that. That's why I wore my regular riding shoes, so that definitely will help. Probably take a break there, do some more photography, and then we'll keep on going. Alright, let's get going. We've made it here to Fort Ward, and it's a bit of a hike, I think, so let's go check it out. We're on our way up. Shouldn't be too difficult. It's just up here on top of the hill. just arrived here, and it's quite impressive. I think it's really cool. I think there's a lot of graffiti, which is a bit disappointing, but to be expected, isn't it? Nowadays, you can't really get anywhere without seeing graffiti everywhere. But it is interesting. This place is just nestled in the forest, you know, and it overlooks the bay here. And I believe this was pre-World War I days, around World War I. This was a battery that was for firing at ships, if enemy ships came in port. So the guns would have sat in between these boxes on these little steel mounts. I wouldn't say little, on these steel mounts, and they overlooked the water. And these little rooms on each one, I'm assuming, would be where the ammunition was stored. See if I can get some photos. I'm not generally an architecture photographer. We'll see what we can get. Let me wander around the forest here a little bit as well, just to have a look. I'm just gonna have a little break, have a little bit of a snack, and then have a look around. What a pretty cool place this is. You know, it's only about a 10-minute drive from my house, but it's quite unique. So I've had a look around, I've taken some images, and I'll flash those up on the screen now. And this place isn't really super photogenic for me, but I'm more of a travel, documentary, and landscape photographer. With all the graffiti and everything, it can kind of ruin it, but yeah, it is what it is. So now that we are done here, we're gonna hike back down, load up the bike, head up the west coast. And what we're gonna be looking for is some boats that are actually sitting on the beach. And they're quite old-fashioned wooden boats. And I want to try to get a couple of images of those. I think I could probably do something with that. Let's go hike back down, load up the bike, and head out. All right, made it back down. Got everything back on the bike. We're gonna head over to hopefully those boats. See if I can get there. And yeah, see you there. Alright, I am back, and that was a pretty decent ride. Not too bad. It was a little misty in the morning, and it started clearing up by the time I started heading back. Got to see a few new places. I hope you enjoyed seeing those. Unfortunately, I didn't get to take a look at those two boats that I wanted to take some photos of, primarily because they were on a private beach. So I couldn't get close enough to those to get anything good. Overall, I think it was an alright day. I didn't get the photos that I wanted to, but I hope you enjoyed riding along with me. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys next time. See you later.